All right, guys, how's it going? Happy Wednesday, and welcome back to another edition of the PrizePicks 5-piece flex play video. I am Matt Kowalis from Detroit Sports Bettors, and last week's video, not the best video I've ever had in my life, not gonna lie, but we still had a huge week on Twitter, which is even more reason to follow me right here at PicksPicks, because we did hit a plus 2,000 and above same game parlay. We also went 5-0 on PrizePicks on Monday. So again, guys, as you know, there are ups and downs to this game. Might as well follow every single day so you can catch that heater and run along with it. So again, right here at PicksPicks, would greatly appreciate that follow and even a subscribe to the Detroit Sports Bettors YouTube. All right. I personally am going to be collaborating with some sports books going forward. We're going to have some prizes to give away along with our videos. So very excited to announce that soon. So you'll definitely want to follow me right here at PicksPicks going forward. Now, with that being said, again, want to make these videos as fast as possible. So let's get it going with Luka Doncic of the Dallas Mavericks over 9 rebounds tonight. Now, one thing that I need to touch on real quick before getting to Luka is if you're targeting teams or players right now, you need to target those teams and players who are still in playoff contention or fighting for playoff seeding. Okay. And that is exactly what the Dallas Mavericks are doing here. Right now, the Mavericks are the 4 seed, okay, going against the Utah Jazz at the 5. But they are 1 game back from that of the Golden State Warriors, who are facing off against the Denver Nuggets. If I'm the Dallas Mavericks, I would much rather go against the Denver Nuggets. So I'm going to fight hard till the very end. In addition to that, when teams are fighting hard to the very end, when they're fighting into the playoffs, things of that nature, they rely heavy on their stars. That is Luka Doncic, okay? I expect him to have a very high usage percentage tonight. I expect him to attack the glass as well. Also, going against our very own Detroit Pistons, we know the Detroit Pistons are definitely known to miss some shots, and they should be doing the tank right now. Let's be honest. So I think there should be more rebounds than usual. Give me Luka Doncic over 9 rebounds here. Moving on to the next play of the day, and that is that of the Chicago Bulls going against the Boston Celtics. And we will be taking Chicago Bulls center Nikola Vucevic over 10 rebounds here. All right, if you watched the last game, you know Nikola Vucevic was absolutely brutal. And if a player is that brutal, I tend to take him to rebound the next game. And I think that's what Vuce does here. In addition to that, the Chicago Bulls are tiny. Vucevic is by far the biggest body. He's by far the best rebounder on that team. He should see 34, 35, 36 minutes in this one. And then in addition to that, they're facing the Boston Celtics, who do not have Robert Williams, who is their starting center, averaging over 9 rebounds per game. But they do have Daniel Tice. They do have Al Horford, who are bigger bodies, but still not of the size of Vucevic. So again, I think this is a good spot for him. I think he's going to gobble up some rebounds. I think the Bulls played very, very hard after their sorry outing last game. And they also have Zach LaVine sliding into that lineup. So again, not as much attention will just be on DeRozan and Vuce. They'll have to spread it out a little more. So again, I like Vucevic here. It's a 10 even number. So if it just hits 10, you still get that push. Okay. So give me Vuce here tonight. I like it. The over 10 in this one. Now, moving on, and we are actually sticking with the Chicago Bulls. And you guys heard me talk about Zach LaVine a little bit before. And I like Zach LaVine a lot tonight. His over-under is currently 22.5 points, and I will definitely be going with the over here. A lot of this just has to do with kind of the matchup too. This is a very playoff-style matchup. It's one where both teams will be gearing to the playoffs because of this. And it's almost a preview of what could come down the line. Both teams are still fighting for playoff seeding as well. So again, I think this is going to be a hard-fought game, and they're going to rely heavy on all team stars, okay? For the Chicago Bulls, that is DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and Nikola Vucevic. And Zach LaVine's number, 22.5 in this one, is actually a little discounted in comparison to his average. Zach LaVine on the season is averaging over 24 points per game. He tends to play very well against the Boston Celtics on top of that. So give me Zach LaVine over 22.5 points tonight. I think he comes back, he slides right in and plays very well against the Boston Celtics here. Now, you guys know how I am. I almost always take overs. And in this one, I am actually going to be taking an under because the numbers just don't add up. And this is Washington Wizards point guard Tomas Satoransky under 7 assists here. All right. And the reason I'm going to be taking this, and if you go and you look at his past game stats, he has been hitting this, pushing this, or rather consistently. Okay. But for me, I'm a numbers guy. I'm a statistics guy. It just doesn't add up. This guy is averaging around 23 minutes per game. His usage percentage really isn't that high. So a lot of this is just Washington Wizards players who aren't that great. They're just making jump shots when he's giving them the ball. Over time, that is due to die out. And I think it starts happening tonight. Okay. As the season closes too, I think the Washington Wizards are going to lean to their younger players more so because this is not a team in playoff contention. And because of this, I think Satoransky's numbers will come down and the younger players' numbers will go up. Okay. Again, because of this, I'm going to be going under 7 assists here. 7 assists is a pretty high number for a guy getting 23 minutes per game. If he gets me, he gets me, but I don't think it's going to happen. Give me the under once again in this one. And now going back to my favorite play of the day, and this is actually 2 weeks in a row. He burned me last week, and we're going back. This is Jayson Tatum over 6.5 rebounds tonight against the Chicago Bulls. All right. And you guys heard me talk about this last week. The Chicago Bulls are not a very good rebounding team. All they really have is Nikola Vucevic and Jayson Tatum. As the season closes in, I really think he's going to take that role of crashing the glass, high usage, and being that guy who facilitates everything for the Boston Celtics. In addition to that, throughout Jayson Tatum's career, he averages 8 rebounds per game against the Chicago Bulls. He's averaging 8 rebounds per game on the season. So again, we do have a slightly discounted line here. So I really like this. Jayson Tatum, when he is engaged in a game, when it is a playoff atmosphere game, he loves to attack the glass, get the ball, and push it up court. I think that's what happens tonight. Chicago Bulls, not a good defensive team, not a good rebounding team. Give me Jayson Tatum over 6.5 rebounds in this one. And that's it, guys. That is my top 5 picks and plays for PrizePicks, your flex play. Remember, though, I mix and match a lot of these. My favorite is that 2-person power play that pays 3-1. All right. Sometimes it's tough to distinguish your top 2. So again, guys, look at these 5, compare them to yours, take a top 2, take a top 3. I mean, who doesn't love running a 5-piece flex play? You know, the 10-1 odds, it's pretty nice. And I do run at least one a day, but majority of my picks and plays are that 2-piece power play. Okay. Very good odds for that 3-1, can get pretty consistent with it. But again, guys, let's talk about the picks and plays for today one last time, starting with Luka Doncic over 9 rebounds, then going to Nikola Vucevic over 10 rebounds against the Boston Celtics. Then on the same team, we have Zach LaVine over 22.5 points here. Then what did we have next? Tomas Satoransky under 7 assists for the Washington Wizards. And then my favorite play of the day, once again, is Jayson Tatum over 6.5 rebounds. All right. He can't lose it twice in a row, I think. But feeling good about these picks and plays today, guys. As always, I greatly appreciate you checking out the video. And again, check me out at CoinHonestPicks. Really excited to drop some of this stuff with the sports books. Going to be doing some stuff specifically for the NFL draft and the NBA draft. So really excited to get this stuff going. And again, guys, greatly appreciate the support. Greatly appreciate you taking the time to check out the video. Let's have a Wednesday. I'm out, y'all. Peace.